You're tuned to Night Nerves, where if it's scary, creepy, thrilling, or disturbing, we read it, watch it, and talk about it. I'm Sam, and today we are talking about HELLHOUND by Ken Greenhall. HELLHOUND tells the story of Baxter, a sociopathic bull terrier who's searching for the perfect human companion. And he's determined to find this perfect human companion by any means necessary. This is sort of a forgotten gem up until a couple years ago when it was featured in Paperbacks from Hell, written by Grady Hendrix and Will Erickson. And since then, Valancourt Books has republished it, and you can pick up a copy now. This one is the zebra copy from 1977. And for a 70s horror novel, it is very dark, it's bleak. Greenhall does a great job of making a monster out of man's best friend. Along with Baxter being a sociopathic dog, almost all the characters in the novel are somewhat despicable, but still it's an engaging read, it's a page turner. Because of the dark nature of the novel, there's a lot of shocks and twists and a lot that you don't see coming. Now, this being a horror novel about a dog, it's tough not to compare it to the most popular horror novel about a dog, Stephen King's Cujo. There's a lot of discussion of how this compares to Cujo, if Cujo is better than this, if this is better than Cujo. It's kind of like any book or movie about a shark is compared to Jaws. There's times where I will compare novels if they're somewhat similar and share a preference, but this is very different, in my opinion, from Cujo. It's probably been over 10 years since I've read Cujo. I think I can still put my finger on why these are very different stories. The horror and terror in Cujo, it's very overt. You can see it. Cujo is infected by rabies, and there's noticeable changes in his appearance and in his behavior. If I remember right, he starts foaming at the mouth, his eyes kind of look crazy, and his fur gets all mangy, and he starts being very aggressive. And when people see Cujo, they're scared. They know something is very wrong with him, that their life is in danger. They know, they see him, they go, whoa, something's going on with Cujo. He looks terrifying. He's acting very aggressive. And he's not, he's not sneaking around or anything. He's out to attack people. And that's really where the terror comes from in Cujo. It's quite different in Greenhall's HELLHOUND. People might be a little nervous around Baxter because he's a bull terrier. He's not a very pretty dog by dog standards. He's very muscular, but he's not a dog that people fear on sight. The terror for him is a lot more insidious. He kind of sneaks around, and he's very calculating in the ways that he hurts people, or actually kills people and inflicts pain. There's people that might suspect that Baxter's a bad dog, but for the most part, Baxter is doing very harmful, terrible, and evil things throughout the novel, but he's doing it in a way that's very secretive, and people don't really notice what he's doing. And one thing that's very unique about Baxter and Greenhall's writing is that there's two narratives. There's a third-person narrative that has kind of an objective lens of the whole story, and then there's the first-person narrative that puts you inside Baxter's head, and it's Baxter narrating what he's thinking, what he's planning on doing. There's something about the way he plays between those two narratives that's really chilling. It seems like it would be campy to kind of get in a dog's head and hear what a dog is thinking about, hear how he's talking, but I found it very effective, and the shift between those is very effective as well. I've heard people criticize this, saying that they felt like the whole novel should have been written in the first person from Baxter's perspective, but I disagree. I think it really adds to the creepiness when we kind of get in Baxter's head, we hear what his intentions are, what he's planning on doing, and then we go to that third person perspective, and people are just totally unaware of what Baxter's doing. They think he's just, a dog walking around doing different things, acting strange, and you're never sure, is he being affectionate now? What's he trying to do? What's his angle? And it's not until we get to that first person narrative that we get to kind of step in his mind and see what he's scheming. It really kind of adds this insidious edge to Baxter where you're not sure what he's thinking, what his intentions are. It's really made me think twice about my interactions with dogs. I'm not really hiding anything. I loved this book. I recommend it. And you can pick up a copy from Valancourt Books. And I'm not even, I don't get any kickback from recommending this. I'm not sponsored by Valancourt. I don't get paid to say anything nice. I don't have a dog in the fight, no pun intended. I don't have a soldier in the battle. I think they're doing great stuff. I'd love to see them put out more of these older books. So I hope, it seems like they're doing well. They keep republishing these old forgotten books, and I want to keep seeing them do that. So I recommend this. If you haven't read Paperbacks from Hell, definitely pick it up, give it a read. It's a great book. It's one I want to review on this channel. And that's about it. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this. I actually just finished Hellhound about 3 or 4 days ago, and I'll wait a little bit longer and kind of ruminate on a book that I've read, but I was excited to talk about this. I wanted to share my opinions and recommend it. So thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the bell. There is a bell. You should hit it. And I hope to see you in the next one. Stay spooky.